Hi, it's Jerry. This week we are talking about communication and how to improve communication within marriages. Today we are ready for tip number 2, distinguishing the priority of your communication. Well, what do I mean when I say distinguish the priority of your communication? Let's be honest, not all communication is of equal importance, is it? I think we have times of low priority, we have times of medium high priority, and we have times of high priority communication. And it's important to give each of these the attention that they deserve or don't deserve. Let me give you quick examples of each. A low priority situation might be you and your spouse are both sitting on the couch, you're both on your iPhones, you're looking through Facebook, you're looking through whatever, you're both kind of focused on doing your own thing. And one of you might say, this is interesting. And the other, if they're not fully engrossed in something else, might say, oh, what is it? And then turn their attention and listen. Or if they're fully engrossed, they may not respond at all. And you know what? For a low priority communication, that's probably okay. Let's talk about a medium level of communication. This is something that needs to be communicated that's important, but it's not necessarily urgent. So let's say that the husband walks in and the wife is busy doing something in the kitchen or doing something with the kids. And he makes a comment, he says, hey, we really need to talk about our plans for Saturday night. Okay. So what's he saying there? This is medium communication. It needs to happen, but it doesn't have to happen at that moment. And so it's perfectly acceptable in these cases for the wife to say, all right, let me get done with this and then we can talk. All right. So it's important, but it's not necessarily urgent. And then there's high priority communication, and this is critical. So the most important thing about high priority communication is letting your spouse know that this is high priority. As an example, if I were to go in and see Tara and say, hey, we've got an issue, we need to talk about this right now. Okay, I'm implying that this is high priority. You know what? If I were to do that, she would basically wrap up or drop whatever it is she's doing so that we could talk right now. If, on the other hand, she were to come to me and it was something similar, I would wrap up or stop what I was doing and give her my full and undivided attention. That would mean putting my phone down, turning the TV off, whatever it takes to give her my full and undivided attention. So you see, prioritizing makes a big difference. And it's important that you don't assume that the partner knows what the level of priority is. Okay. If he is in watching of his favorite team play football on a Sunday afternoon, and she comes in and drops something important or even urgent and then walks away, she's made the assumption that he's heard and registered it. The reality is he probably hasn't. It was there, it was in the air, but it didn't register, it didn't sink in. Right. So even in those cases, if it truly is an urgent communication, she would need to come, maybe even stand between him and the TV and say, listen, hey, we've got to talk about this right now. Now, my only advice on this is it's kind of like the little boy who cried wolf, that old fable, right? You don't want to say, hey, this is urgent, this is urgent, this is urgent, and then be communicating a lot of things that frankly aren't or of a lesser priority. Because what happens in that case is the spouse will start to say, yeah, okay, and not take it as seriously as it should be. So think in your mind, what is the level of priority of this communication, and then treat it accordingly. All right. So that is tip number 2. Prioritize your communication and distinguish the levels of importance.